episode of Phoenix Wright Z. We will finally be finishing the Turnabout Samurai case. Who is the actual culprit here? Is it Mr. Powers? Is it Mrs. Vasquez? Who knows? We'll find out now.
Uh-huh.
I have stolen your intro.
I'm just gonna be honest, we did not rehearse that beforehand. That was completely ad-libbed. That's why I'm genuinely shocked. Well, no need for an intro, I guess. King took the reins, the bastard.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
My prostate is ready, Your Honor. I mean, the defense is ready, Your Honor.
Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was, in fact, Studio 2. Today, I will call on people present in Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well.
Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. That's a terrible and probably only partially intentional pun. You know, I am embarrassed to admit that I only just realized you can actually see his lawyer's badge on his fucking jacket right there. I only just noticed that. That is sad that I didn't notice that.
In the last 2 hours, Phoenix.
Anyway.
Focus. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day.
Is there a pun in that name? Because if there is, I can't see it.
If I had to guess, it's probably a pun for, like, Damascus steel. Yes, and then a steel man is a, like, gang term. Person with a gun, essentially. Hitman.
And Steel Samurai? I don't know. Some weird
stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Or Metal Man is actually the term for a hitman, but...
Yeah, whatever.
Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. God, this is the worst one to try and balance.
Because it's just slightly high-pitched and slightly lower-pitched.
It sucks.
You just have to slightly adjust each time.
I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here.
He's met his asshole match.
Very well, Miss Vasquez.
They're perfect for each other.
Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nate, I know she did it. Make her pay.
How much? I got $3.
$20.
Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak.
You'd like to see that, wouldn't you, naughty lawyer?
No! You were arrested long ago!
I've been waiting.
You are currently serving time!
I'm like Edgeworth. I'm omnipresent.
Stop
I'm
it!
omniscient.
What Maya accidentally... Did Maya accidentally call her spirit?
Well, she's not dead. She only tipped.
How do you know?
She only did wiretapping. That's not a death sentence.
No, she
actually,
just
with the
lost
way
some
this law
fingers.
system works.
She
With
just
the way
lost
this
some
law
fingers.
system works, it might be a death sentence. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting.
Are you sure you weren't fatigued because Sal took you? Man,
Just
a lot of
continue.
my jokes are resulting in complete silence. Sorry.
Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio One. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you. The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that.
Yeah, but now I can't. I can't hear that word without thinking that now. I shouldn't have made that joke.
I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over.
How did he? How did she know about the head toppling over?
I mean, it would have been pretty fucking loud. It's very large.
Well, yeah, but how did she know it was going to topple over? It was kind of implied it was a sudden thing, right?
No, it had already been toppled over. It toppled over at 2:15. They left at 2:30.
Yeah.
That she just means like the conditions might still be a bit iffy. Like the monkey's head toppling over hints at some really iffy conditions. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination.
I can guarantee that that's going to play part in the statement because of the fact that she gave us the evidence of the monkey head.
She didn't. That's not evidence, Kuma. No.
No, she told us about the monkey head thing, and that's going to probably be what
It
ends up
fell
being her
over
death
at
sentence.
2:15. She left at
No,
2:30.
shut
All that
up.
means is the
No, what I
conditions
mean,
might
shut
still be a
up for a
little iffy.
second. What I meant was that it's going to be used to catch her in a lie at some point during this. Not in this particular one. It just meant in general. That's
It
going to be
lines
used.
up with literally everything.
Oh my god, that's not what Oh, you don't understand what I fucking mean. I don't mean in this fucking particular thing I'm gonna have to disprove here, not in this cross-examination. I just mean later, when we're disproving her stuff with evidence, one of the things I'm probably gonna have to use is the monkey's head. We haven't we haven't used it yet, and B, she gave us it, so I can see a line being like, "You told us about this, and now it's your downfall," kind of thing. Continuing.
This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it.
Anyway. And what were you doing at that time?
Don't hit your desk.
Screw you.
It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright.
As he hits his desk.
Oops.
I'm glad I pushed on that.
It was a 15-minute break.
That was funny. Hold on. You had Sal take you. What does that mean? We already know what that means. I was expecting him to
It
ask.
means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van.
Oh, right. We're just checking. Well, I mean, there is a giant tree in the way still. How the hell would they have drove over that? Well, I mean, those probably.
Well, tell me if you need any help.
Did no one leave during the meeting?
No one. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation, Phoenix. Stop interrupting the testimony.
You keep slamming the desk.
The same can be said for you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please, stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Oh, sorry, Mommy.
Damn it. Oh.
You think you can stop me?
I'll press that one real quick. Sorry, and when exactly was that?
I've forgotten.
That's convenient. Maybe you could try remembering?
No. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times.
You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Huh.
Well, Nick, find anything?
I kinda wish he said a little more.
It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what you said, somewhere.
Okay, let's see.
Hmm.
A little before noon.
Hmm.
The meeting began at 12 p.m. There's a rehearsal. I was fatigued. Time. Do you have someone else who can verify? Well, yeah, Salmonella.
Sal.
No, I mean someone else.
One person is enough.
Bullshit. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence to prove she didn't eat that steak.
Well, Nick, find anything?
Evidence she didn't eat the steak. Oh wait, this is all dialogue we've seen before. Evidence she didn't eat the steak. Alright. I mean, that's unrelated. That's a steak. That's a different steak plate.
That's what you use, though.
Why? Alright. I suppose then. I'll just trust you, but I don't understand why. Oh shit, I went too far.
Past it, you fucking idiot. You fucking moron.
Oh shit!
You're supposed to present.
I know! I clicked the wrong button, okay?
Present to the woman.
Okay, first of all, I don't want to get arrested while trying to arrest a criminal.
Present to her.
There! Okay then. Ha! As I thought! You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this.
It's a plate?
This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind.
Mr. Wright, need I remind you that it was a T-bone steak?
Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer.
See, this is why. It's evidence. Those plates have no bones.
Okay. I guess I'm more used to like the Danganronpa style of stuff where it's like you have to really logic this through in your head to like really figure this stuff out, when Danganronpa is more direct with its evidence, being like very obviously this is what you're supposed to,
This
use.
blood-stained knife, could it possibly be the weapon?
That is quite literally the very first thing you have to prove is what the weapon was in the first trial. But let's not
Yeah,
get
I
to
know.
that until we get to that. Yeah,
no,
there were
I use that to clean my fingernails.
there were no bones left on the plate. The plates were bare. She looked like a man for a second there. Miss Vasquez, tell me how a person can eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone. I think I know how. You ate a bone
You
steak.
ate the bone
You
too.
ate the bone too. You didn't eat the steak. You ate the bone too. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator.
I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break?
Meltdown. Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Picking on salmonella!
Salmonella.
Meeting the Steel Samurai. Picking on
She was harassing
salmonella!
that poor man.
She was meeting with the Steel Samurai.
Order. Are you saying?
Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands.
Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous?
Uh-oh.
What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants.
Uh-oh.
You say I did it?
Yes.
Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I.
Oh yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Just partway through the trial, time to duel. She just pulls out her Yu-Gi-Oh! Card deck.
As an amateur competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player, I have a duel disc in my closet.
I don't even
Some.
know. The funny thing is, I said, yeah, I know nothing about Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. I play Yu-Gi-Oh, he doesn't. I'm trying
Any
to get him
day,
in the Master
Vasquez.
Duel so I have people to play with, but... Good luck, Nick!
Let's just say the last Yu-Gi-Oh! Game I ever played was on the PlayStation 2, and it was a pain in the ass.
Master Duel is literally just a virtual version of actual Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, and I know nothing about it, so... that does
It gives you
nothing for me.
tutorials.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Fuck.
No.
Let's
can't afford
fuck.
it.
Oh
You can't
god,
afford it.
no, no.
What was the murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear.
Bullshit. Yes?
I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature.
No, you're a fat ass. No, I'm just kidding.
How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon?
You couldn't, could you? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon.
Spears are not that heavy.
Pretty much anyone would.
Huh. You see,
Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case.
meaning?
The samurai spear was not the murder weapon.
What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body.
I have proof, Your Honor.
The spear itself. It's broken, remember?
Yeah, yeah.
It's also likely a fake, not real.
Yeah. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon.
That is the murder weapon. Phoenix, are you okay?
Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during this morning's action scene run-through. But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest?
Sure, a stab through the chest alone is pretty difficult. Order! Order! I mean, the ribcage exists for a reason. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard.
Damn, Edgeworth is just being outed as a prosecutor on this trial. That poor bastard.
Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell, what was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer?
Of course I can
Yes.
tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the murder weapon was?
I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright.
With all due respect, Your Honor, you can kiss my fucking ass.
Very well. Let's see this murder weapon then.
5-year-old photo.
Yep. Exactly what I was gonna do. Look at this photo.
What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! Order! If I cannot have order, this child will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about?
This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was kept a close secret in the studios.
What does that have to do with the current case?
Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? How the fence post pierced him through the chest.
Oh, what? Are you saying?
Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again.
Mr. Wright, continue.
It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss Dee Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like that, Mr. Hammer had himself done, just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago.
Weather.
Well, yeah, okay. Though, no, I couldn't see, I couldn't tell if it said though or through or whatever. I got confused with reading it. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say.
In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way he caused another man to die. 5 years ago.
Precisely. Ironic, isn't it?
Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff.
You deny that what I say is true?
Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break?
The van!
Good
Anyway.
job. How could I have disposed of the body?
The van!
The break in the meeting in the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed up the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way.
What if she had another way to carry the body other than her own hands?
For instance?
Actually, for that matter, there's no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. There was a way for her to carry that body.
Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please, show us how she carried the body.
I don't need you to tell me because I already know! Sorry, I'm getting excited. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it! Recall your testimony.
Do I have to read this again?
Just read it again.
Right.
Might as well.
There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me.
You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate's costume.
Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he was.
Yeah, cause he's a fucking simp. Of course Salmonella has to be a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Miss Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue?
No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. Humph. I lose. You win. It was fun.
I win? Wait, seriously, what? So, what happens next? Don't me! Don't you have anything to say?
What would you like me to say?
Huh? I lost? Something like that. She did.
I just said that.
Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? What the fuck?
Who can say?
Make up your mind, damn it! Huh?
Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. In the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Mr. Hammer.
Right.
But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright.
What?
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Fuck if I know. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof.
I love how he's slowly losing his composure. Edgeworth isn't sure.
Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving.
What do I do now?
Testify again.
Okay, that's what I have to say?
Yeah.
Alright. I'd like you to testify again.
Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time.
Damn! To come so far, only to fail. Maya's been remarkably
It
silent.
seems there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Miss Vasquez.
Wait! Oh!
Behold, my redemption arc. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
What
I
the
love this
fuck?
I see. Very well. I tried, Phoenix.
Oh my-
I really tried. I'm doing it again. Your Honor, I'm doing it again.
Okay, I love the song. Just stopping and starting.
I request that the witness testify again. You're the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes,
Oh my god.
Can you give me a moment to think? Indeed, verily, I say, ergo.
Oh, I love this game so much.
I want to hear about what happened after they found the body.
Ah!
After they found the body?
Oh.
Very well. He just came up with that shit on the fly. A master
Okay.
of improvisation.
I love Edgeworth so
Your Honor,
goddamn much.
I was hoping to come up with a question while I objected. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter.
I'm having a hard time keeping my composure.
Nate, why did Edgeworth...
I'm in my redemption
Who
arc,
knows?
lady. We're going to
prob-
Jack in the Box after
he-
this.
He probably realized she did it too.
But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that...
Edgeworth. Okay.
I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Excuse me. And then I went home.
Now I'm just imagining she actually did burp during the testimony.
It's because I said excuse me in the voice.
Excuse me.
I see no issue raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick.
Right. You know, they can probably hear that.
Hear what?
I hear you. I think I'm assuming you're slapping your leg to the beat of this song.
No, I'm snapping.
Oh, okay. It sounded like you're. Well,
Tough
I
guy
guess
finger snapping.
I guess I was just projecting because I can't snap.
Tough guy finger snapping. Well, I'm here if you need me.
Okay. Security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it?
She said because she saw him going toward the studio.
Right. The Steel Samurai.
Press harder.
Alright. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely off the security lady's word?
Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact.
That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera.
She's not known for exhibiting the best of judgment when it comes to Hammer.
I don't think there's anything in here I can use. Well, I'm trying to see if I can get a mention about Powers being asleep. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? Because I still haven't used the
So
pill
he
bottle.
says.
Did no one go to call him?
Remember,
Remember what?
there was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm?
You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder.
Press harder. Just press everything harder.
Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around?
The other way around?
You discovered a murdered body, and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for that missing person?
I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out.
That's okay, that's a matter of opinion, and also fuck you.
We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing.
Okay, now you're just being a bitch. I mean, you're a bitch already, but now you're just a bitchier bitch. Poor Powers.
Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you can continue.
Well, you have the right idea, just not the right statement.
Okay. What was everyone else doing at that time?
No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence.
What the fuck
Hey,
was that?
hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Do you want my help?
No, I feel like I'm on the right track of pushing.
You are. You're just on the wrong statement.
Well, I'll eventually get to the right one.
I thought you already pressed it.
No, I didn't. You asked to be left out?
Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing.
But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question.
Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were at a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us.
Covered for you, or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot writing on it. With all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. The script in your direction notes?
Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen.
No, I guess not. I might as well
harder.
press harder. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes?
Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything.
Why? Yeah, why?
There was a murder, after all.
How would you have known there was a murder already?
Who could think of rehearsing after that?
Oh yeah, I guess. No.
Very well. Miss Vasquez, please continue.
Haha, Edgeworth!
Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement.
Yeah! Let's go, Edgeworth! Huh?
Think. Miss Vasquez said she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means?
Of course I see what that means.
So she would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One.
Oh yeah, Edgeworth! It's like a tag
Order!
team.
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you've just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to believe why the prosecution would make such a move. Well, are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me.
I always get a guilty verdict, Phoenix.
He certainly earned his Jack in the Box after this one.
So, the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal.
You specifically stated, though, that it was murder. That was your reasoning.
Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect the reason.
I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. You know what to do here, right?
But
the photo. Steel Samurai photo.
oh yeah, hold on, because, like, how would she know that he, But wait,
Yeah,
no, aha! Wait a minute!
Yeah.
Because it wasn't Powers that was injured then.
It was Hammer.
Aha! You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers!
What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong.
I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez.
You saw Hammer limping.
Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but... wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah,
And when was he doing this?
Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered.
Exactly. Did she, like, not know she killed Hammer? Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning.
Oh, fuck.
order, order. I will have order.
Witness? Can you refute this claim?
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Why are the real killers always so persistent?
Because they don't want to get caught, Phoenix.
Yeah,
Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead?
you thought it was Powers.
Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. And why would she have killed the victim? If there's a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Yes, I can.
Of course you can prove it.
Okay. I have proof, and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder.
It's again the old photo.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait. This is my proof.
This is the photo from before.
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? What the fuck was that?
Smacking my lips, obviously.
Why? Anyway, 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, this case, currently up for trial, began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom.
His guilt weighed him down, no doubt.
However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change.
Humph. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate.
Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I'd never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Giggity. Anyway.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
Reveal evidence. She had no motive.
Okay. Allow me to present to you the court evidence proving Miss Vasquez's motive.
It is again the photo.
Again? Alright.
Because her motive was self-defense.
This is my proof. Uh-oh.
And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer.
I'd say all it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles.
I'm pretty sure that's the failed dialogue. Yep.
Mr. Wright, the court requests that you find your marbles immediately.
Thanks.
I'm afraid I have to penalize you for this waste of the court's time.
Probably the sleeping pills, then.
Nate, we're so close. Think this one through, please.
Mr. Wright, I'll ask you again.
She had no motive.
Please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for murder.
She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs, in self-defense.
What's that now?
It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What is with that background music?
What? What?
That was still Edgeworth, by the way.
I know.
Okay, it just sounded slightly different.
His
So.
voice cracked. My
Your
voice
Honor.
cracked. It's okay, leave me alone.
Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the steel samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume and fooled the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who was so cruelly taking advantage of him all those years. She snapped her pipe. So, you did do it, didn't you?
Yes. I am guilty. It was me. You want to just read this? Because I don't know what the hell's going on here.
Someone, call an ambulance! There's blood everywhere! We're too late! Miss Vasquez! What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please, try to remain calm. Oh, it's multiple voices. So that's probably... whatever,
No,
I'll
no!
just...
How could this... It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Manuel!
Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez!
Nee!
God damn it, why do you always have to do the no in such a stupid sounding way?
Because I can. Please, please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again.
Again? Alright. Oh, because she lost the first time during this trial.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez?
Up in ya.
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever.
I see.
Oh fuck, hold on.
What?
Mr. Wright,
I accidentally activated voice commands and launched myself back to my home screen. I'm back now.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor?
it appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
I thank you, Your Honor.
I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers,
Not guilty. Thank you, you finally did it. You were nice enough to actually do it this time.
Yeah, you're welcome.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Woo. Woo. Okay, I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Uh-huh. Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
Present the photo of Powers.
Well, I think Mr. Hammers wanted to put the blame on you because I would.
No, just give him the Powers photo.
I don't think it's the Powers photo. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be isn't it jealousy?
No. I mean, possibly. Who knows? Sure, give it to him. I gave him the Powers photo and it worked, so...
Because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. Kids love the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. See, I was right.
Congratulations, WP.
Because here's the thing, even if you present the wrong piece of evidence, it still continues, he just doesn't get closure.
Meh.
Anyway. Oh.
Well.
Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back to that sweaty costume and... About that... Is something wrong?
No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth.
Alright, fine, we'll head to Jack in the Box. And that's where the episode ends, could you imagine that? No, I'm just kidding.
Say something, right?
You say something.
I'm not good at small talk.
That's why your dinners at Jack in the Box are always so awkward. You never speak up.
Nobody speaks at Jack in
Huh?
the Box. You only go
What?
when you're drunk.
That was too bad, Edgeworth.
You don't waste any time gloating, do you?
No, I really want to say thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. Powers.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers.
Liar!
Right? I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it might have been better had we not met.
Rubbed off a bit there.
Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Unnecessary feelings? Bruh, we're just Jack in the Box. Bro, we're just Jack in the Box friends, buddy. I don't
Yeah,
like you like that.
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you.
Well, too bad.
Right.
Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend?
What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick?
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth?
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing the accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again.
Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? Well, you have to trade with Cody and that assistant.
Fine, I'll do it.
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again?
Wait, what?
Wait a minute. I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Wait, he's wearing that thing?
Alright guys, that's another case closed. What say the three of us head down to Jack in the Box? I have a family meal coupon. 2
Alright,
large
fine.
double meals and a kid's meal for just the low price of $18. We can get the
Well,
little tyke here, the kid's meal.
alright.
Let's
Well,
go.
I guess we'll see you in the next chapter. Turnabout goodbyes.
Next time on Phoenix Wright Z, we will start the new Turnabout Goodbyes chapter, trial, whatever you want to call it. I don't care anymore. I am improvising. It should be fun. Drama and all sorts of shite. Possibly more humor. And will Edgeworth start stalking Phoenix again for more Jack in the Box? Most likely.
Anyway, any last words other than your little ending monologue?
Yeah, I think I'm going to try and script out an intro for the next one, just because I think it's funny. I'm going to start doing the Phoenix Wright Z stuff at the beginning of all of these, and you can't stop me.
This is my channel, thank you.
You have no power here. Do you feel in charge? Anyway, this is fun. I do enjoy doing this.
I do. Like, that case, I was getting so hyped during that case. And since I didn't remember, how it concluded, I got to sort of feel like I was playing it blind that time. But, anyway, we'll see you in the next episode when we take on Turnabout Goodbyes. See you later, everyone. Huh?
I said see ya.
Well, see you too. Bye.